Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this transfer news talking about Marcelo Brozović, who plays for Inter Milan, as it has been reported that Barca have proposed Inter Milan for a possible swap deal with Frank Kessie, and from the look of things, the move looks possible. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, in this episode, talking on this transfer report, as have been reported that super agent Josh Mendes is convinced Laporta will accept his recommendation for Barca to sign this Sporting Lisbon midfielder Manuel Ugarte, who is rated at 60 million euros. Chelsea and PSG are also strongly interested. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe. If you haven't, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. The board of Barca has been quite busy working out a plan to sign Messi ahead of the new season, the 2023-24 season. But the club are also working on the prospect of signing other players to strengthen the squad for next season. One of them could be a midfielder, Marcelo Brozović. According to Italian outlet Calciomercato, FC Barcelona have tabled a fresh offer for Brozović lately, offering Inter Milan a direct swap deal that should involve Frank Kessie. Frank Kessie, as we know, has been one of Barca's most consistent players since he started last year. The Ivorian, who had a disastrous start to his life at Camp Nou, has played crucial role in helping Barca in absence of injury players like Pedri and Frankie de Jong. However, with Barca in a financial problem and in desperate need for new DM, as Busquets have said he wants to be leaving, the club are now favoring a move for Brozović. As a result, the club are ready to sacrifice Frank Kessie if need be. A holding midfielder by trade, Marcelo Brozović is known for his ability to circulate the ball and control the tempo of the game brilliantly. Brozović also has ample experience at the highest level of the game, having featured in 328 competitive matches for Inter. Brozović could prove to be a very good short-term replacement for Busquets, who is set to leave at the end of this season. FC Barcelona have been looking for a long-term replacement for Busquets this summer, but the addition of Brozović could buy them some time, potentially allow them to sign a better player next year. As for Frank Kessie, the midfielder has never shown any desire to leave since joining the club as a free agent from AC Milan last season. But given the club's economic conditions, he might have no choice but to call an early end to his career, which is so short at the Camp Nou. Inter Milan, for their part, have been tracking Frank Kessie for quite a while, and they will not be averse to a direct swap if Barca push for it. However, it now remains to be seen whether or not the two players are interested in this operation. Frank Kessie have not had the best of seasons because of the game time which have been limited, and it has been an unfortunate time for him. I don't think he himself saw this coming when he left AC Milan last season to join Barca last season. Because of the midfield talent that we have, Pedri, Gavi, Busquets, and of course, it's difficult to break through that talented midfield. The thing is, Frank Kessie is a top player. We have seen the likes. That he was a leader. He was like a leader and one of the talisman when playing for AC Milan. But coming to Barca, unfortunately for him, he couldn't have that role because the style of play in Barca and stuff like that are quite different. And Xavi never fancied him. And I think this is a guy who can play so well in many top clubs in Europe and be one of the main guys in midfield. But Xavi's methods, he never wanted this guy to be the starter all the time. But honestly, when they gave Frank Kessie the opportunity, especially when Pedri was out injured, and also when Frankie de Jong was out injured, I think Frank Kessie used those opportunities brilliantly. He used them so well, and he was consistent in his performances. He was consistent, and he's that kind of a midfielder that he have eyes for goals. He's that kind of a player that he has eyes for goals. He plays DM so well. He can play also central midfield so well. He's so dynamic. He can play any position in midfield. But rumors have been linking him with an exit for the past couple of months, and his future, because of that, now looks so uncertain. It looks so uncertain. So we can't tell what happens, but from the look of things, if Barca see offers coming for Frankie, say they are so much open to sell him, considering that the club are in desperate need for cash in order to balance their wage rule or their wage box and to follow the financial fair play. So we have to see how it goes, knowing fully well that Barca want player sales to take place so that they can have some assurance in registering new players next season. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona have already had a very tough job in the summer transfer market, which has already become much more difficult as Busquets did announce his departure some 2 weeks ago. Javi wanted him to continue though for another season, but he said no. Enough is enough. I think I've had a good career already. Of course, he also considered Busquets' experience vital to a rather young and hungry team, but it couldn't work. They have been looking multiple places in their search for a DM and have the likes of Zubimendi, Joshua Kimmich, Amrabat, Ruben Neves, among many others on their radar. No official move for any player has been made yet, though, as La Liga are yet to approve their financial feasibility plan for the for the transfer market. Meanwhile, Barca have been recommended another number 6 by none other than Jorge Mendes. Portuguese believe Sporting's Lisbon Manuel Ugarte would be the ideal Barcelona player according to Sport. He has urged Barca to chase this guy, sign him by all means. Barca certainly like Ugarte's profile, and they consider him as one of the options to reinforce that position. But he's not the priority target as it stands. They do not want to rush into any signing, even though there are multiple clubs in the race for Ugarte. Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain are two of the interested parties, both ready to sign him for 60 million. The former could face problems with financial fair play after spending a fortune last summer. Barca have a good relationship with the sporting director, Jorge Mendes. In case of any genuine interest, Barca would receive priority from the Portuguese giants. Martin Zubimendi is a priority for Xavi, as we know, but his release clause is 60 million, which will be absolutely non-negotiable. While Ugarte's price tag is around a similar fee, Barca might be able to haggle Sporting onto a more favorable number. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.